This presentation of Corn Belt League Baseball on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union. From your first checking account to a new car to your new home, Liberty First Credit Union is there for all your life's milestones. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
And welcome to Seymour Smith Park in Omaha, Nebraska. Corn Belt League Baseball on a Thursday night coming your way here on News Channel Nebraska. Brandon Axman and Andy Klassen with you as it's the Red Raiders taking on the Cropdusters in an absolutely beautiful evening here this summer. And Andy, this is an opportunity for both these teams. They're sitting at the bottom of the league standings at this point, and a great chance to help dig yourself out and get that momentum rolling.
Yeah, you're exactly right. A couple of younger rosters here and a couple of young first-year head coaches as well. So looking to get on the winning track here at Seymour Smith J.J. Ikeson Field this afternoon.
The Cropdusters sitting at 3-6, the Red Raiders at 1-6. We have the national anthem, and we'll be back with first pitch. You have Corn Belt League Thursday Night Baseball on News Channel Nebraska.
Whether you play on a field, or play on a court, or are running to greatness, during the game and after the game, during the wins and during the losses, Agri City Insurance has you covered. Here to help you insure what matters most. Agri City Insurance.
Spring is the perfect time for a refresh, and at Ashley, you'll find the pieces you love for all your favorite spaces. So whether you're redecorating indoors or rethinking your outdoor, spring boldly this season and soak up every moment in a style that's all your own.
So let's go.
Welcome back. We're moments away from first pitch here. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you on News Channel Nebraska. We mentioned the fact, Andy, that both these teams hoping to get things turned around at about the midway point of this summer league. When you look at the Red Raiders, 1-6, talking to head coach Jacob Wilson, kind of said, we're hitting the ball hard. The ball just always seems to be finding the defense. So he's like, there's a lot of things we're doing that I can't be mad at. We just haven't caught that break. And he said, there is still some things mentally and focus-wise that the team could do that he thinks they need to improve on. But the signs are there, and they're hoping that this may be the breakthrough opportunity here tonight.
Yeah, it's one of those enigmas of baseball, isn't it, where you're doing the right things, you're doing them the right way, but the ball's just not finding the gaps. The liners are getting caught, things of that nature. Well, you got to stay the course, keep doing what you're doing, and just have faith that the ball is going to try and, find those gaps, find the dirt, get away from the defenders. But that's easier said than done, when you're batting 200 or less. You try to change things up, and that's what I believe Coach Wilson was getting at with your interview earlier this week was, look, we just got to stay the course, stay the path. We're sitting at 3-6. Let's look to improve on that. Or 1-6. Let's look to improve. This is a great spot with the newly the expansion team here, the Cropdusters.
Well, talking about the Cropdusters, to your point, very first season as that expansion team, making it now 8 teams here in the Corn Belt League. They're sitting at 3-6. But of their last 4 games, they've gone 3 out of 4 victories. And in those 3 wins, each of those contests, they had 8 hits. So Coach Jared Jones is saying, we're starting to see sort of things pay off in terms of the rough bumps at the start of the summer in the first couple of weeks, and things are starting to come around. You mentioned a youth, and this is probably the youngest team in the league, a lot of 18 and 19-year-olds. Where he said it was just going to take a little bit of time to get these guys' feet wet and get their confidence going.
Yeah, and Coach Jones is a first-year head coach here in the Corn Belt League as well, so he tried to do as much recruiting and building his roster as he could, but when you're adding a team to an established league like this, you're going to have your bumps in the road up front, and that's really what the Cropdusters have kind of gone through, but as of late, kind of found that winning track.
Getting a look at Anthony Comfort, who gets the start on the mound here for the Cropdusters. A lefty with a fastball and a couple of off-speed pitches. And he's facing off against Aiden Augusta, who leads off.
Love that approach. No beating around the bush, right to home. Leads up with that fastball.
Augusta from Morningside University as he comes back with a breaking ball just missing. Another thing, head coach Jared Jones for the Cropdusters, a pitcher in his own right, said Comfort's very good at painting the corners. More of a pitch to contact, but he does a very good job of getting batters to roll over and pitching to that weak contact, letting his defenders behind him help him out.
Yeah, he's crafty. He knows how to use his defense. And you can see him early on here really try and work those corners, just leaving a couple up and out of the zone.
3-1 here to Augusta. Just missing, so a leadoff walk for the Red Raiders.
Augusta, young man that started his high school career at Millard North, very patient there to lead things off, taking every single pitch, working a walk, leadoff walk here for the Red Raiders.
Ira Lee now at the plate, who is a Treasure Valley Community College product.
Played his high school ball in Lincoln, Southwest.
First pitch to Lee, high and outside. You have Comfort keeping his eye, of course, on Augusta, and again, with being that left-handed pitcher, you can have that quick pick move.
Boy, and we've seen a number of lefties, haven't we? You know, a lot of times in developmental leagues, pitching can be hard to come by, but I think you're starting to see the growth and the development of the league itself where they can attract so many live arms and lefties like we've been treated to see here thus far this season.
And you have the steal on.
Oh.
And despite being caught out, you still have Augusta getting to second base safely.
And give Comfort a lot of credit there for not being the palms up guy, you know, because that's frustrating when you pick somebody off, you catch them in the act. What a move, what a move. But just an offline throw there from first to second allows for the base runner to advance.
Lee unable to lay down a successful bunt there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And this should take away the small ball here. Should take away the bunting opportunity, now having 2 strikes. Obviously, fouls off another one, automatically out.
Well, this first inning is brought to you by Region 4 Behavioral Health System here on News Channel Nebraska, first inning sponsor of our Corn Belt League Thursday night baseball coverage. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lee, off speed, and Lee puts it in play. Shallow pop up to short for out number 1. Catch made by Jack Tilton.
Boy, and that's exactly what you were talking about from the young man up on the bump here. Comfort did a nice job working that fastball in on the hands of the hitter, not allowing him to get good wood on that ball, leaving it an easy can of corn, high fly for the shortstop to go snag. That's using her defense as a pitcher.
So now you have Dalton Nelson in the batter's box. Western Nebraska being represented here as he's from Western Nebraska Community College.
And another Elkhorn North guy, or Millard North, excuse me. Mustangs all over the diamond here. That was close.
He's trying to paint that corner like Coach Jones says he does really well, and he's getting closer and closer to catching that edge.
And give some credit to Coach Jacob Wilson's bunch here for being really patient at the plate.
Another shallow pop-up. And nice job coming in, making the catch, Trayton Kojal.
All right, so Anthony Comfort's got himself out of a little bit of a jam here. One point in time, no outs, runner at second base. Forced a couple of lazy looping, pop-ups here. Once again, using his defense. The duck is still on the pond, though. Runner in the scoring position.
Mitchell Baker now at the plate, the designated hitter in the 4-hole. Baker from Grandview University.
Now, Baker, he did play for Elkhorn North.
All right, see.
There we go.
A lot of Norths going on between Elkhorn and Millard. Grounder to third. Nice throw across the diamond for the 5-3 putout. Play made by Javon Suarez as the Cropdusters get out of the inning. No damage done. One hit, one left on. 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the first.
What does farming mean to you? For most, it's hard work, dedication, and livelihood. Unfortunately, that also comes with risk. At Nebraska Crop Insurance in Beatrice, they know the non-stop dedication involved to keep your family protected from that risk and ensure their livelihood. Not only do they know everything about the coverage you need, they're also farmers themselves. So protect what means the most to you with the agent who knows what it means to be a farmer. Nebraska Crop Insurance, 615 Dorsey Street in Beatrice.
Have you ever wondered what's behind the doors of Valley Vet Fashion Direct in Marysville? See, this isn't just a vet supply store. They carry a large selection of all kinds of boots, work, fashion, or casual, for all ages. Make sure you check out the sales selection to steal a deal. Perfect your look with a variety of jeans, shirts, and accessories. And if you can't find your size in the store, chances are they have it in their huge warehouse. Valley Vet Fashion Direct on Highway 36 in Marysville, open 7 days a week.
Welcome back. No runs scored in the top half of the first inning. The Cropdusters now at the plate. They will be facing off against Josh Ostin. And that is a young man who stands 6'7" on the mound. Described by Coach Jacob Wilson as a goofy-looking guy with long hair. We didn't say it. The coach did. And, of course, Coach Wilson was saying that in jest. But he loves what this young man has in terms of velocity. Also mixes in some off-speed pretty well.
Yeah, power pitcher, no doubt about it. Not a big wind-up. Young man out of Elkhorn, Nebraska. Still getting to wear that red and white here in the Corn Belt League.
Ostin representing the University of Minnesota Morris. And leading things off here for the Cropdusters, Jack Tilton. Tilton from West Virginia Wesleyan University. Now, he is a player, Tilton, that Coach Jones said he is basically stone cold Steve Austin, or was Jared Jones's words in terms of being even-keeled. He said he could hit a walk-off grand slam home run, or he could strike out to lose the game, and you wouldn't notice a difference in his demeanor.
And the way he approaches the game, his mindset, pretty impressive. Already the adjustment he's made, he was able to lay off that high heat after he took a big cut on that first pitch. Now he might have to open it up. Got himself into a hole here, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls that one away to stay alive. But you're seeing it here early on. One of the strengths of Ostin is he just attacks batters.
Yeah.
He's going right after Tilton here. No nonsense.
Really is a no-nonsense approach here.
There's another one in the zone, fouled away.
And that fastball might be a little bit of a cutter look to it as it's going away. Might be veering away from the batter just a little bit. But, yes, he is challenging the batters with that fastball early on here.
And goes with the off speed. It stays up high.
Jack Tilton's been able to lay off that high and outside pitch a couple occasions here.
2-2 delivery, and that was close. Very close.
Little surprised Tilton wasn't protecting.
So it's a full count here to the leadoff Cropdusters batter, and Ostin sits him down.
Wow, and that's a gutsy pitch to throw there. A little off speed, leaving it up top. And Tilton way out in front of it, expecting that fastball. Thought he had it. The changeup worked to perfection by Ostin.
Let's get another look courtesy of Bank of the Valley and Beatrice Community Hospital. Strikeout number 1 for Ostin as he now faces Braxton Wilhelm.
Comes right back and delivers a strike, just pounding the zone right now.
Off speed in there, fouled away, quickly gets on top, 0-2.
And you can see the demeanor here from Ostin. He wants to get ahead of these batters, and he wants to work through his fastball.
Another off speed, stays up.
That's a little dangerous, isn't it? Leaving that off speed up top like that.
Yeah, this one fouled off as well.
Where Ostin could get himself in a little trouble is if a hitter gets onto his cadence and is sitting on that off speed and it just sits up top high in the zone like that. It's all part of that cat and mouse game, though, between hitter and pitcher.
Well, second victim already for Ostin. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts.
I think you can really go back to the point you made earlier, Brandon. He's challenging these batters. He's not allowing them to sit up there with the bat on their shoulder. Really locating his ball well all over the plate. If he does miss, it hasn't been by much.
Now at the plate, Nathan Wickham as the EH. There's another first pitch strike. This one put in play, and that'll drop for a base hit. Wickham with the single.
And Wickham did a really good job of really fighting that off, squaring it up and going right back up the middle here with this. You can see the batters here for the Cropdusters. They haven't really been able to catch up to Ostin's heater yet. He can still put something in play, and that's what you just saw.
Big cut there by Thatcher Kozel. Now, he's a name we've heard before, so he's actually one of the more veteran players on this Cropdusters team. Coach Jared Jones says, I think he's 21, maybe 22. We have a lot of 18, 19-year-olds, and some of these teams are made of 23, 24-year-olds. So basically, Thatcher, he is the seasoned veteran of this Cropdusters team. Coach Jones really likes what he brings and kind of is that mentor for the younger players.
Yep, you got to have a couple of those locker room guys, and you got to believe Thatcher out of Waverly, Nebraska, brings that to this expansion team of the Cropdusters.
Plays his ball at South Dakota State University.
The Jacks, right? The Jackrabbits?
Mm-hmm. Also, he has his younger brother, Trayton, on the team this summer. We'll see him a little bit deeper in the lineup. Steal attempt is on. It's a great throw and gunned out. Wickham unable to get the steal, and that will get the Red Raiders out of the innings. Well worth another look. Ryan Vermeer with the cannon. 0-0 as we head to the second.
When you want to wear your pride on your sleeve, true Nebraskans turn to NebraskaScreenPrinting.com for the latest screen printing and embroidery design. View hundreds of designs or upload your own for any school activity, sport, booster club, or business. We can do it all in whatever color your pride comes in. Get your group order in for your event or team at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com today for a fast and convenient turnaround. We're custom sports screen printing and embroidery at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com. Proud to be Nebraskan.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to ClaybaughPharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Welcome back. Second inning about to get underway here on News Channel Nebraska. A scoreless first inning. Some solid pitching shown in the first inning by both teams thus far. It's kind of the first game we've seen so far this summer where we've had that sort of a start.
Was really impressed with that top of the first there where Comfort allowed that first batter on. Usually that spells trouble, especially if it's through a walk. Then they kind of blew it on the pickoff play that he had him dead to rights, but he was still able to get the next three batters, worked a couple of pop-ups, used his defense. Impressive start.
Tyler Beasley will lead things off. That'll be just foul. Beasley, another University of Minnesota Morris, so teammate of pitcher Josh Ostin. College teammate, we'll say. Obviously, they're teammates here for the Red Raiders, but coming from the same program.
Yeah, that's another thing I believe a lot of players and coaches appreciate about the Corn Belt League is you can have some continuity, bring some of your buddies down and work on that chemistry during the summer, during the off season.
That one just missing outside.
I thought Willem did a nice job squaring that one up for the umpire. Umpire thought, nah, you're squaring it up because it was outside.
Again, just a little bit foul, but you sort of see what Beasley thinks trying to do, go opposite field potentially. Or just needs to get around on that a little bit more.
Yeah, he's not afraid to chase something on the outside half of the plate. And when he does that, he understands that he's not going to be able to get around on it and drive it back on the left part of the field. So he's just trying to go right with it.
2-2 delivery. And he's rung up. Catching that bottom part of the zone.
And Anthony Comfort looks pretty comfortable out there, doesn't he, on the bump? And do we got time for a shout out?
I think we do.
I think we have Grandma Abalea from Venezuela watching at home. Anthony's grandma. Glad to have her tuning in here on News Channel Nebraska, watching her grandson pitching a really good game here early on.
Well, that's his first strikeout of what Grandma Abalea is hoping will be many from this broadcast, but glad she is watching. Worldwide audience, Andy, here, News Channel Nebraska and Corn Belt League coverage.
Once again, right?
It's Caleb Schramm now at the plate. And Schramm, a player coming from Olney Central College.
I liked his decision there to take that pitch a little high. Could have been a little outside. You're sitting ahead at 2-0 strikes. Go ahead and force Anthony Comfort to make a pitch. Now we have things all tied up, coming right back with that inside cutter.
Another 2-2 delivery here for Comfort. High fly ball. Very, very high. Plenty of time for the outfielder Cade Owens to camp under it for out number 2.
And good communication there between left and center field. Owens calling for it, had position. Also, the way the diamonds lined up, sun's not as much as a factor as maybe another field here in Omaha that some college players are playing on right now.
Which field could that possibly be?
I don't know. They changed the name of it or something. I'm not sure. Obviously.
I know it was, I was like, wait a second, that's right. It was TD Ameritrade.
Obviously, the College World Series going on right now. And, yes, it's Charles Schwab Field.
There we go.
They're calling it the Chuck, I believe, is the cool nickname the kids have given it.
That is a pretty cool name. I do have to agree.
I was hoping it would be Schwaby. I'm going to the Schwab.
Yeah,
Charles Schwab.
I like that. Well, that's a kind of another, talking about the College World Series, it's another sort of fun draw when you talk about this league. We have players coming in from out of state and out of country in some cases, and coaches coming from out of state, and they get to take in that event, throughout the week when it's going on.
And talking to some of the coaches across the league, they thought it was kind of curious that they had a couple extra nights off, and they wasn't sure if it was due to Auburn making the College World Series or not. Obviously, Commissioner Joe Siwa was an Auburn Tiger back in his playing days.
Ryan Vermeer at the plate, and it's funny how that works out. Is Vermeer goes down swinging, so another strikeout for Comfort. As that'll do it for the top of the second. We're still scoreless here at Seymour Smith.
It's in our passion. It's in our achievements. It's in our architecture and our heritage. It's in the way we innovate and discover. It's how we engage and inspire. It's time to experience it for yourself. Peru State College. See what's in it for you.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said...
It wasn't, but this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
Welcome back. Getting ready for the bottom of the second inning. Here on News Channel Nebraska, we had a dominant bottom of the first by Josh Ostin in terms of what he was able to do, striking out 2 of the 3 batters he faced.
Yeah, excellent command. Great location to start things off here for Ostin. You got to think he's going to use that same approach here in the second, because it was working mighty fine for him in the first.
So Thatcher Kozel back at the plate. If you'll remember, Wickham was on first, tried to steal, was gunned down by Vermeer. That's how the inning ended. So Kozel, the leadoff for this inning in the 4-hole.
Former Waverly Warriors Vikings gonna get another cut at it here.
And he gets a good connection on that. That is dead center. And that got to the warning track. 1 hop to the fence, and Kozel with a stand-up, well, could have been a stand-up triple, but he slides in for style points. I'll give it to him. Not a bad way to start the inning.
Not at all, and you can see the approach shift here for Thatcher Kozel. Getting to see Ostin that previous at bat comes right back and was sitting on that opening pitch fastball. Got it a little low, but went down and drove it, like you said, to dead center over the center fielder's head. Triple. Pretty good way to start the inning here for the Cropdusters.
It's 410 feet to dead center, and there is another hit that'll drop in. Kozel will come home to score. RBI for Cade Owens, and he's going to go to third. And the Cropdusters, 2 pitches, 2 hits, a run, and a man on third base.
And give the Southeast Community College product Cade Owens a lot of credit here, being aggressive at the plate, but then also, after the mishap in center field, aggressive with his base running, getting to third base. He knew he had time when he rounded second. Got himself in there, 90 feet closer. And we heard this, didn't we, from head coach Jared Jones saying, I want my batters to be aggressive when they get to the plate.
Well, and aggressive they have been here in this second inning.
And Suarez was sitting on an opening fastball. Got a little bit of wood on it, not enough, fouled it off.
Jovan Suarez, of Heston College. Well, this second inning on a News Channel Nebraska is brought to you thanks to Unity Eye Care, sponsors here of our second inning on News Channel Nebraska. No one missing outside.
It's a good take. It's very similar to that opening pitch fastball that Suarez took a hack at. Not buying the cheese that time, Austin. That was still a smart pitch, though.
Now 3-1.
And we've seen Austin utilize his changeup here. Been doing a good job keeping these hitters kind of guessing for the Cropdusters.
That one high and outside, a walk for Suarez, puts runners at the corners.
That was a heck of an at-bat for Suarez. Was aggressive early on, tried to drive a fastball. It might have been a little outside, and he corrected himself and became very patient. Really forced Austin to deliver.
So Thatcher Kozel led off with that triple. Now younger brother Trayton at the plate. Trayton, a Southeast Community College product down in Beatrice.
Whoa.
And there's a hard hit ball between first and second, and that will bring Owens home.
Both Kozels here, Trayton and Thatcher. Really good cuts and contact. Boy, did he drive that one through the hole. And hey, this is what we're talking about in the pregame, right? Where Jones is a little frustrated about, our bats are kind of finding the defenders. Well, here we go. Put a few balls in play, and they're finding the holes, finding the gaps.
So Thatcher Poteet now at the plate as the Cropdusters leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. No outs. You had Austin with a dominant first inning, but having a little bit of difficulty here with the Cropdusters here in the second.
It was like they just, kind of cranked the volume up to 11, didn't they? They got real aggressive at the plate, real aggressive running the bases, and it's paid off for them here in spades, up by 2 with another duck on the pond there. Runners at second and first. No outs.
That one finds the zone.
Nice comeback pitch there for Austin. He needed that.
Good Poteet looking at laying down a bunt. Pulled back. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-0 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A-stop today.
Yeah, Poteet doing a good job backing out of that one. If you can't get something you can lay down, just get yourself out of it. Don't leave your runners in a tough spot.
Puts this one down. And nicely done there by Ostin, getting the runner at second.
Boy, it really was well defended there from the pitcher position. That's not an easy thing to do. You're elevated, you're up on the bump. But Josh Ostin doing a good job. Watch him square this up, getting a good fielding position, and he just zips it to second base. Obviously not enough time to make the turn or send to third, but nice job being deliberate, knowing where he was going to go with the ball.
So that brings Easton Barnes into the batter's box. Here's a first pitch strike for Ostin, getting ahead. And you have a runner caught between first and second.
Gotta be careful here.
And the runner ends up getting to second. A little bit of teamwork there. Suarez helping out his buddy. Diverted the attention, and the runner ends up getting to second. Everyone's safe.
He really
so
did.
A lot going on there.
Suarez bailed out the trail runner there. You're exactly right. Taking an extra step towards home. You got to respect it. And it was the correct play. You just run right at him, but you got to leave yourself enough time because you don't want to give up the easy out that you already manufactured, getting a runner caught in between the bases.
Well, Corn Belt League coverage on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union. From your first checking account to a new car to your new home, Liberty First Credit Union is there for all of your life's milestones. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
That was a good timeout called there from head coach Jacob Wilson for the Red Raiders. Hey guys, let's settle things down. It's not out of hand yet. It's just a 2-0 ball game. We got 1 out. But we've made a couple too many errors, a couple too many mistakes here defensively behind Ostin.
Breaking ball dropping in there. So Barnes quickly down 0-2 here in the count. Nicely done by the young man to keep it alive.
Boy, you can still just see that fastball. You know, it appears like it's that rising type of fastball to the hitters.
That went out of play as well.
Didn't quite make the parking lot. You're okay, Brandon. Company car's all right.
I always, it's always in the back of your mind when you see those balls flying this way or that, or trucks nearby too. Just wouldn't be as fun as Barnes goes down swinging.
Excellent approach that time. Coming off the timeout, Josh Ostin just hammering the strike zone. And he's not wasting a lot of time pitching out of the stretch, the 6-7 flamethrower. Kind of speeding things up here from the bump.
Now it's Dakota Hogan at the plate, and another first pitch strike. If the Red Raiders can get out of here just conceding 2 runs after the way this thing started, you would consider that a big win.
Yeah, you really got to feel that way.
A huge at-bat here as Ostin finds the corner there, 0-2.
Now Dakota Hogan really has to protect the middle infielder here for the Cropdusters. And quite the hole, 0-2.
And this one put in play. And that's going to be an infield single, and a run comes across. Nice at bat there by Hogan with 2 down.
Boy, it really was, and he knew he had to swing at that because it was flirting with the strike. It looked like it was in the zone, but he put it deep enough in the 6-hole there. Shortstop couldn't come up with it clean enough or fast enough to get him at first.
So Suarez comes across and back to the top of the lineup. Tilton flies out to right. Still, though, the Cropdusters get on the board. 3 runs on 4 hits. 1 error and 2 left on. It's 3-0 as we head to the 3rd here on News Channel Nebraska.
It's that time of year when the air is at its freshest, the green is on the landscape, and the great outdoors is all around us. With so much beauty in our area, such as Lewis and Clark Lake, there are plenty of reasons to make moments enjoying the sun and a few nights beneath the stars. On your way to your outdoor adventure, stop at Shop EZ south of Yankton and get all the snacks and drinks you'll need. Outdoor Adventures, powered locally by Cenex. Shop Columbus Motor Company during Jeep Freedom Days for that new vehicle. They have a great selection of new Chryslers, Dodges, and Jeeps for work or play, and Ram Tough trucks that can handle any job you've got. And they have a 5-day money-back guarantee in case you're not completely satisfied. Stop by their dealership at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus or shop them online at columbusmotorcompanyne.com, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
Welcome back. So the Cropdusters with a 3-run second inning, currently giving them that 3-0 lead as we head to the 3rd. Corn Belt League Thursday night baseball on a News Channel Nebraska. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you. But we have a special guest who's been on the mic before here for a couple innings, and it's Filth Ballers head coach Johnston Hobbs as TJ Swanee steps to the plate. So Coach Hobbs, we always kind of reconnect every year when we have this Corn Belt League. How are you doing? And again, as the 2-time defending champ of this Corn Belt League tournament, you're kind of the old dog that everyone's gunning for.
Well, I'm not so sure appreciate the old dog thing, but
seasoned
the returning
dog.
champion. I was seasoned.
There
I like
we go,
seasoned.
yes.
I like to tell my daughters that I'm seasoned. I'm not old. It's good to be back. Thank you for having me here.
Well, and so this is, we can just jump right in. An interesting perspective for you. Jared Jones, head coach for the Cropdusters. He's somebody that you know well. He pitched for you as a player coach 2 years ago when you won the tournament and was an assistant last summer when you guys won the league and the tournament. So, how is that seeing him, get his first shot at head coaching?
I'm proud of him. I've known Jared even when he didn't play for me this season. Before he did, we had a good relationship. He's a good IQ baseball guy. He wasn't even the type of pitcher that threw it by you. He was the guy that was very crafty. I think he has the record in the league for pickoffs, so that tells you something about his mentality. It's fun to see him coach because I recognize a lot of things that he's doing. So I'm happy for him. That makes like 2 of my former assistants coaching against me now, so that's entertaining. But I've noticed with his team, they always score in these spurts of 3s. Every game I've seen them play. So whatever, play adjustment or plan he has, they're executing it well here lately because they're getting better every game.
So Swanee sat down, swinging. That brings up Isaac Sherrill here to round out the order for the Red Raiders. Speaking with Johnston Hobbs, Filth Ballers head coach. Curious too, you mentioned him and another assistant you're coaching against. Is it, you still communicate, you're still kind of buds, or is it, hey, it's every man for himself here when the Corn Belt League's going on?
When we step on the field, it's competition. There's much respect for both of them, and likewise, we all 3 respect each other very well. But when we get on the field, we're trying to beat each other. And we're off the field, we hang out. Jared and I talk several times a week about coaching stuff. Sonny and I live together, so we probably talk too much. And it's the only time I get a break from talking to Sonny is when we're playing. So.
And for those who don't know, Sonny, the head coach of the Black Sox, so they're It's you two are the top two most seasoned coaches here in the Corn Belt League, right? It's because you've been here for 4, I believe.
Yeah,
as a
Sonny
head
was
coach.
my assistant the first year, so he's been here 4 years, 4 seasons. He unfortunately had to leave early his first season. Oh, good play by the catcher to make sure it goes foul. And then he's been head coach of the Black Sox for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, so Comfort sat down Cheryl, so he now has 4 strikeouts here, as we now have 2 down, and it's back to the top of the order with Augusta here for the Red Raiders. And believe you guys, I mean, your campaign specifically, still 1 loss, the Filth Ballers,
Yeah, we're
sitting right now?
9-1 right now, yeah.
So obviously things are going well this year. We've talked to you about how every year is different, and this group, perhaps more so than other groups, is all about having fun. And obviously
Yes.
winning helps that.
Yeah. Well, your attitude seems to correlate with your record. So we're having a lot of – this team's a lot different than last year's team. Last year's team was very suit and tie, board meeting. We came here to work. And these guys are like when the Red Sox win the series and they were the merry band of idiots. That's kind of how we are this year. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down here as Comfort's looking to retire all 3 batters going against Augusta, and he hits the outside corner. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. 3 strikeouts for Comfort here in the top of the 3rd. We'll be back. You're watching Corn Belt League Baseball on News Channel Nebraska.
At Columbus Community Hospital, we understand the needs of a growing family. That's why we are proud to introduce our new maternal child health department. We designed the unit with you in mind. It has suite-style rooms, a larger neonatal intensive care unit, postpartum rooms, a surgical suite, and upgrades that provide a more modern and comfortable space. When it's time for you to expand your family, we hope to see you in our new expanded maternal child health department.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we believe in local. It's something we live by. It's something we're proud of. It's helping our neighbors grow like they've helped us, supporting families, investing in lives, and creating prosperity. Local means making decisions that grow and improve surrounding communities we call home. Investing in our nonprofits and giving back. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, great for you, great for your community.
Welcome back. Brandon Axman currently joined in the booth by Filth Ballers head coach Johnston Hobbs. 3-0. A dominant pitching performance there in that top of the 3rd by Anthony Comfort, sitting down all 3 batters that he faces. It'll be Wilhelm who leads things off for the Cropdusters. Coach Hobbs, we were talking off camera when we went to commercial break. You were liking that attacking of the outside corner with 2 strikes as you have the play, the 6-3 put out there.
Yeah, you as a pitcher and you have to throw a strike, you're looking to put it on the outside where nobody can hurt you. As a hitter, you have to expect outside fastball react inside. If it's a count where they're way ahead, like 0-2, you're looking for a spinner and react into a fastball. That time, that hitter just sat there and let it go across the outside of the plate.
Nathan Wickham now at the plate, and there's another first pitch strike for Ostin.
There are 2 ex-Filth Ballers on the Cropdusters too, Logan Davis and Wickham.
So how do you feel about that?
I don't.
Just
I worry about the team I got this year and nothing else.
Eyes on the prize type of coach Johnston Hobbs, as this one is popped up. Another play made there by Cheryl for out number 2.
There of keeping that ball inside, and you can see how it handcuffed Wickham, and you can't really get anything on it. Results in a little fly ball to shortstop, and 2 pitches.
Thatcher Kozel at the plate. As a reminder, this coverage on News Channel Nebraska is brought to you thanks to the Strike Zone, third inning sponsor here on News Channel Nebraska. Of course, the Strike Zone, a big part of everything that goes along with the Corn Belt League. I'm sure you spent a few hours there.
Yeah, that's my second home.
So if you had to say, I mean, from a coach's perspective too, obviously it's pretty invaluable, the reps that these players get there, but on average, as a coach, how many hours do you think you spend there a week? And then same for the players.
Well, usually I set up a time daily for anybody that wants to come in, get some tee work, maybe throw a bullpen, something like that. There's only been a couple days we haven't been in there. We were probably in there using tunnels a week before the season started, and we did again today. So for the last 3 weeks, we've been in there working. When you play at Council Bluffs and not here, you got to go in and get your BP there and then go out to Council Bluffs. But we try to do a little bit of work there every day.
So that pitch stays high, full count. As a coach, what are you wanting to see Austin throw here?
Well, it's 3-2. You got to go with a fastball outside if you're breaking ball and working, and there it is. Fastball outside. He just missed.
So Kozel with the 2-out walk. Cade Owens now at the plate. Austin, a pitcher who very much likes to attack the batters, according to Coach Wilson. We've seen that, going right at him, pitching into the zone. It's very much a case-by-case basis, but as a coach, what's sort of your preference on how you're coaching your pitchers to play?
It kind of depends on where we're playing. Like if we're over to Iowa Western, it's a big turf field, we pitch to contact. If we've got a breeze that's not blowing out here, we do the same thing. We just try to keep the ball low. Our whole philosophy is we got a really good defense, let them work. Don't worry about striking anybody out. And, so far the percentage of ground ball outs we got has been really high this year, so we'll stick with it till it doesn't work.
So you had a single there by Cade Owens, and that brings up Jovan Suarez. So Cropdusters trying to make something happen here with 2 down.
So good at it there. He went fastball low, trying to get a ground ball. We're just a little too low.
Suarez drew a walk his last time at the plate. Ended up coming around to score as a part of that 3-run second inning for the Cropdusters.
It's a little too much of an adjustment, and now it's too high, but you've changed where he's looking. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a low inside fastball or something here. I definitely wouldn't go breaking ball.
It's almost like you know what you're doing. Fastball right down the pipe.
Well, that shows, pitcher and catcher are talking about the right things right here.
Another fastball here. You think about the break.
You got to pitch to waste. I may go change up here.
Got him swinging.
So you want him to think it's a fastball. Again, same thing, but then tail off. Now you got a pitching waste, so you can throw a breaking ball for a ball, not necessarily in the dirt because you got a guy in scoring position.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Fouled out of play. 3-0 your score on the Midway CDJ scoreboard. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com.
I go right back to off speed here. He did.
And put in play and a catch made by the shortstop, Sherrill, to get out of the inning. So it remains 3-0 Cropdusters as we head to the 4th here on News Channel Nebraska.
Searching for your next vehicle? Shop Woodhouse first. Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles in stock and on our lots, with new trades arriving daily that you can explore on woodhouse.com. Plus, confidence comes standard when you purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse. With our multi-point inspection, transparent pricing, available add-on warranties, and financing options, purchasing a pre-owned vehicle has never been simpler. Experience the difference and drive away today confident and road-ready in your new vehicle from Woodhouse.
At Farmers Pride, we are proud to work with agricultural producers, commercial businesses, and homeowners. As a farm supply and grain marketing cooperative, we are proud to serve the region's needs of grain, feed, agronomy, energy, and transportation for over 80 years. We help the farmers who feed the world by providing the people, products, and programs to deliver solutions for our customers' success. Farmers Pride.
Welcome back here to Seymour Smithfield. You're watching a Thursday night Corn Belt League baseball on News Channel Nebraska. Cropdusters leading the Red Raiders 3-0 as we begin the fourth inning. And due up for the Red Raiders, Ira Lee, Dalton Nelson, and Mitchell Baker. Filth Ballers head coach Johnston Hobbs joining me in the booth. And Coach Hobbs, you obviously have quite a unique perspective with all of your experience baseball, and you're very much a sort of a stats guy, and sort of percentages and math all plays into how you coach. But if you could give some viewers sort of the insight at home on just kind of on a, I don't know, generic level, when you're looking at things and kind of playing the percentage games and the numbers, what are certain things you look at when coaching a baseball game? I know that's a very broad, general question.
That's a really good question. Right now, if I'm coaching third base, I'm thinking I have a 29% chance of getting the leadoff guy on base. If I can get this guy on base with no outs, I have a 44% chance of scoring. So we'll see right here, and here we go. Now, your options triple. You can bunt. You can, if you get a base hit, you can steal. You can do all other things. So your chances basically double to score by getting the first guy on. Now, if you can get him to second, it's about 66% chance. You get him down to third, it's 88. So what we try to do, if we get a guy on like this, is we're immediately taking a bag or we're bunting. We got to get to third base on a pass ball, and then you're pretty much guaranteed a run for that inning. And that's kind of what the Red Raiders need to do. They're not, they're not really hitting the ball on the base hits, although they might have fooled this guy here. Oh.
So Dalton Nelson, put that one in play. You have back-to-back errors and runners now on second and third. No outs.
No, 89% chance you get a run here. So let's see how this works out.
And that may have been potentially Sun causing the issue on this one. Tough break for the Cropdusters, though.
Yeah, he was also playing a little shallow and to the left for a guy hitting on that side. So you could see how he had to run back and look in the sun. So it was kind of double jeopardy.
So Mitchell Baker, the DH, the 4-hole, with a great opportunity here.
His job right now is just put it in play. Keep it out of the air.
Fouls that one away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And you got to be aggressive at third. You want to come down outside the baseline in case anything get hit. You're not in fair territory and you're an out. And then you want to go back to third inside the baseline to take away the angle from the pitcher. So on a pass ball, it's a foot race.
Again, it's Anthony Comfort on the mound. He has 5 strikeouts thus far. In fact, he struck out all 3 batters he faced last inning. Finds himself in a difficult spot here, but he gets a pop-up. That's pretty much the last thing you're wanting to do, unfortunately, for Baker.
Yeah, he really needed to get that on the ground there and make something happen. The infield was back, so anything on the ground up the middle is going to score you a run, even if it's fielded to go to first for a fielder's choice.
So that brings up Tyler Beasley. 1 out, runners on second and third. Do you have the percentages when you go from no outs to 1 outs in this situation?
Yeah, you still have, because you don't have a force, you still have an 88% chance here. With 2 outs, it goes down to 33, I believe.
First pitch ball. Beasley struck out looking back in the second. Nice job by the catcher there, Poteet, to keep that one in front.
Poteet's been doing a much better job this year catching. We did some work together a couple weeks ago, and he's really improved back there for a guy who catches and pitches, which is 2 different arm motions, 2 different thoughts, process. So I've been really impressed by him back there for Jared.
Gonna say, as a percentage, what's the percentage of times you see somebody who's a pitcher and a catcher? I don't know if you have low, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's usually a desperation thing. It's not a let's play the odds on this.
Well, 3-0 here to Beasley. Just missing.
See, now the odds go down because you've got a force and you can turn to double play. So that's not bad. Throw that pitch for a ball, hope he chases it. If he doesn't, it actually increases your chances of getting out as a defense with no runs scored.
This 4th inning is brought to you by Multi-Care Spine and Pain Center, your partner for pain and rehab solutions. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Bases loaded for the Red Raiders. Foul ball out of play for Caleb Schramm. Schramm flew out to left back in the 2nd inning. This one put in play right to the 3rd baseman.
Oh.
And unfortunately for the Cropdusters, error number 3. And second baseman was pleading and saying it happened on the exchange. He's not going to get that.
Yeah, that went close.
You got to try, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to give him an A for effort.
Here's another look.
Part of it, too, is, 3rd baseman gets that ball. He can't delay. He's got to know I'm going double play all the way if I get it cleanly. He kind of took a look at the runner going home before he decided to throw at a weird angle to second. So could have been a little cleaner.
That first pitch in there for a strike. You now have Ryan Vermeer at the plate. That one fouled straight back. Real opportunity, though, here for the Red Raiders. They got 1 across already. 1 out, a chance to cut into the Cropdusters' lead, as this one is right back up the middle. And there's the step on the bag and the double play. So the Cropdusters get out of the jam with just 1 run coming across. It's 3-1. Here as we head to the bottom of the inning. You're watching Corn Belt League Baseball on News Channel Nebraska.
Feel confident about the used vehicle you're buying with Midway Certified Pre-Owned. Our lowest tassel-free prices every day on a great selection of Midway Certified Pre-Owned Fords, Hondas, Toyotas, and more at all 3 Midway Auto Dealership locations in Kearney or online at thinkmidway.com.
All right, guys, anything else I can get for you?
I think we're good.
Okay, enjoy.
This looks amazing. Oh, he's with my bank. He gets a little taste of everything, all the time. Don't worry, you get used to it.
You should join Liberty First Credit Union. They have low loan rates, high deposit rates, and they share the profits with their members. So no one, We'll take a bite. What's yours?
Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Welcome back here to Seymour Smith Field. So the Cropdusters lead is cut to 2. The Red Raiders get on the board that last half inning. Could have been a lot worse, though, so it's 3-1 as the Cropdusters at the plate. It's going to be Trayton Kozel, Thatcher Poteet, and Easton Barnes due up. Brandon Axement with you, Johnston Hobbs in the booth. Coach Hobbs, I think it's safe to say you're a baseball guru, but for those who don't know at home, like where does all this experience, all this knowledge come from? How have you acquired this skill set?
Lots of failure. Just, playing forever, having a chance to play professionally, managing for the past 15 years, the last 4 years here, and also with our company where we represent professional athletes, a majority of them baseball players, stuff like that. Keeps me in the game in my off season.
And for those who are unaware, what kind of stints professionally did you do?
Well, I started in 1983 with the Red Sox organization, but I was quickly released, so that led to going to college, and then I went and played in Europe. I played over in Hungary, and I played in Croatia. Then I came back and got a new deal and played in Las Vegas for 1 season, and then I was offered a contract as a bullpen catcher, and I did that, and I think that's really where I started to learn about pitching and tendencies and picking up on subtle nuances in the game, because I got to see it so much, and it was a full-time job where when I was catching, when I was playing, I wasn't playing every day. So.
And your performance company, that's in Florida, correct, if I remember?
Yes, we're in South Florida, down in Fort Lauderdale, and in Raleigh, North Carolina. So we go all over the country, and we work with talent from all over the planet.
So the next question, being based in North Carolina and Florida, what is it about this league that brings you here every summer for the past 4 years? And, obviously you get your coaching in, but what is it that makes this trip worthwhile for you?
I really dig the community. I got a nice little connection to the community here. The league offers me opportunities and some flexibilities in coaching that you don't have in other leagues, because we're not like MLB subsidized or anything. So we're allowed to re-enter players, stuff like that. We don't have to travel. We're basically on the same field. You get to know most of the people on the other team because you cross paths a lot, the strike zone and what have you. So there's just a host of things. And Omaha reminds me a lot of Raleigh. It's basically the same size. But I think the clincher is the fact that every time I'm up here, you have peanut M&Ms, and that's
a
it
secret.
for me.
You're not supposed to tell me.
Well, you don't have them anymore because I ate them.
Yes. It's all a part of that performance diet,
Yes,
right? The peanut
that's it.
M&Ms.
Yeah, I got to get the sugar up.
So Barnes is at the plate and
It's off.
pulled the foot. So we're still playing here. So you had Kozel ground out to lead things off. Then Poteet flew out to left. Barnes is safe. So this inning will continue, bringing Dakota Hogan to the plate. See, good call by the umpire there, who had the right angle to make the play, or make the call rather. We had Hogan, who had a great at-bat, got quickly down 0-2 with 2 outs in the second inning, but put a ball in play and drove in that third run for the Cropdusters.
It's all about making contact. If you can make the defense, put the pressure on them. If they're just sitting there watching you strike out, they don't have to do anything. But if you can put it in play and you can barrel it up, whether it's in the air or on the ground, you're going to make them have to make a perfect play.
That pitch high and outside.
There's a good fastball count right here. So you're hunting a fastball.
Oh, that one put in play. Almost beat out, but not quite. Nicely done by Ira Lee.
Yeah, very good concentration on the second baseman to not get distracted by the runner and go ahead and make the play at first. So good awareness. I've got to make the play at first if I get it. And there they are out that inning.
So it remains a 3-1 ball game as we head to the 5th. You're watching Corn Belt League Baseball on News Channel Nebraska.
If you're looking for excellent physical therapy or a great place to work out, Husker Rehab in Beatrice is the place to start. At Husker Rehab, they enjoy a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and they'll help you reach your goals.
At Husker Rehab, we take pain personally, and we're always looking for the best solutions to help you out and have proven results. Hi, this is Ryan Wade, the physical therapist at Husker Rehab in Beatrice. If you have a referral for physical therapy or are looking to get into better shape, we'd love to help you out.
That's Husker Rehab with 2 locations in Lincoln, 1 in Beatrice, and 1 in Fairbury. Call today for more information or learn more at huskerrehab.com. Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
And welcome back, 5th inning. Corn Belt League Baseball on News Channel Nebraska. Cropdusters leading 3-1. Our coverage is brought to you in part thanks to Didier's Grocery with locations in David City. And Skylar, Didier's is your local community connection for high-quality food, friendly service, and great prices. Shop with us. Shop local. So you have T.J. Swanee leading things off here for the Red Raiders. Swaney, excuse me. He struck out back in the 3rd. We'll see what he can do here.
Good first pitch, off speed.
Yeah, that one froze him. Do you have a preference on when you're obviously hoping usually for first pitch strikes, but when you're telling a pitcher, what you're comfortable with, or would you prefer the off-speed fastball?
I prefer setting everything up with a fastball. We tell our hitters take a first pitch off-speed pitch because 80% of the time it's not called a strike. Plus, we can see it without taking a hard swing. So if you take a first pitch strike off-speed pitch, I'm okay with that.
We had the nice cover there to get the out. Sherrill now at the plate. That off speed missing well outside.
His delivery, that pitch almost looked like the curveball delivery. So that's a little tricky. It looked more of a change-up type pitch, but went outside. But the way he released it looked just like the first pitch curveball. So that's kind of cool for the pitcher. I'd be happy with that if I was Jared.
And when you're coaching your batters as well, what are you telling them to watch specifically from the pitcher and the release on how to identify what's coming at you?
We look for extension. If a pitcher gets really good at extension downhill, it gives the illusion that the pitch is faster than it really is because it's hard to pick it up in his hand. If they're short on an extension, then you see it a lot longer. So take like Green for the Reds. He throws 103, but people are banging him up because he has a very short extension, and it looks like it's 95. You can have a 95-mile-an-hour thrower get a good extension, and it looks like it's 100 because it takes longer to pick it up. So our big thing is let's watch him warm up. Let's see where his extension is, and then that kind of dictates what our approach is going to be.
Have Sherrill staying alive here. Full count. one is in the dirt, so Sherrill will take his base.
Now you see with this pitcher, his arm speed is much higher with his fastball. He almost has that little hitch in his wrist. And then his breaking ball, he slows down his arm. So right now I'm telling my pitchers, slow arm, slow pitch, sit back, think delay, then try to hit it opposite field.
Now the bigger question is, how long does it take, for a hitter to sort of master, what you're telling them to look for and have that translate to, performance?
It depends on how many cuts he takes on non-game day. If you get out every day and take 200 cuts in the morning, you can start getting used to that kind of stuff. But it is a evolutionary process. It's not quick by any means. But if I can inform them of what to look for, then they got a better chance of getting there because they can practice it. If I don't mention it, then they're never going to get there.
Well, we're back at the top of the order now. Aiden Agosta. He's 0 for 1 today. Walked in the first, struck out in the third. There's that pick over, making sure Sherrill stays honest.
That's smart.
I keep asking you questions, but you have so much good insight. How do you feel about picking off and when you should or shouldn't pick off or be worried about a runner as a pitcher?
My general rule of thumb is if we walk a guy, nice bunt, very nice bunt, and
runner's safe, ball's in the outfield.
Oh, but they got to play. Oh, he held on to it too long.
And we're going all over the ball diamond, and it's going to be a runner scores for the Red Raiders when it's all said and done.
To get back to the pickoff, if we walk somebody, there you see, nice bunt. Pitcher picks it up, but what he should have done there was drop step. He went all the way around the ball, picked it up with his bare hand. That's going to compromise the grip. He should have drop step, sweep it up with 2 hands, then he's in a good exchange position and he could get it first.
So you have Coach Jared Jones meeting at the mound.
Well, that might be Davin.
Excuse me, yeah.
Yeah. Davin used to pitch for me as well, so this is a lot of fun.
So what do you think Davin's saying? Or what would you be saying if you were Davin? Either one.
Well, I'm going out there and say, guys, we've got 2 outs in this inning if we field that right. It's not like they're beating our heads in. Let's get focused, take a deep breath, start all over, no outs. It's a 2-out inning. That's all we're playing.
All right, now back to the pickoff scenario after all that action.
Well, if I had a guy at first and second right now with only 1 out or no outs, first thing we tell the pitcher is make an inside move to second. That way we get a chance of getting the guy out of scoring position and get a cheap out. If we put a guy on first early on, no outs or low outs, we always throw over, even if we're not trying to pick off, just to let them know we know they're there. And then we'll mix up our looks a little bit like we're not paying attention. I'll have the catcher tell the pitcher when to throw over like he's not looking.
You have some action in the bullpen for the Red Raiders, and that is Jackson Meyer. Oh, 1 though here to Ira Lee. 1 down.
Now you got to have second base kind of dive in and out of there because you got a right-handed hitter. You don't want this guy to get too big of a lead because now it's 3-2. If it was 3-0, okay. Not hard to score 1 run.
Big cut there for a strike. And comebacker right to the pitcher, and that ends up being a double play when it's all said and done.
See, right there is a runner. You only have 1 out. You have to freeze on a line drive. Anything in the air, you got to freeze on. He took off without anybody behind him. There's no force, and that effectively gets them out of a scoring position inning. So that's a base running error.
So it's 3-2 as the Red Raiders get one here in the 5th. One-run ball game. We'll be back here on News Channel Nebraska.
I was kind of over the COVID, but I had repercussions from it. They examined you and then come up with a plan, and that involved first speech therapy, and then they had occupational therapy, but the big thing there is physical therapy. The level of cure, the expertise, the sense of commitment, they earned my undying admiration, I'll tell you. When I needed rehabilitation therapy, I had faith.
No matter what your age, skill level, or position, your baseball season begins at the Strike Zone. Featuring state-of-the-art batting cages, group and private instruction, the Strike Zone provides athletes all the training and equipment you need to get your game to the next level. Give the gift of development to your baseball or softball player. Purchase your Strike Zone gift cards today. Baseball never ends at the Strike Zone.
Welcome back. Thursday night Corn Belt League Baseball on News Channel Nebraska. Glad you're with us. Our Corn Belt League coverage is presented by Liberty First Credit Union. Save money now by refinancing your auto loan or consolidating your debt with a low-rate loan from Liberty First Credit Union. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. One more half inning with Filth Ballers head coach Johnston Hobbs. It's been a quick ball game up to this point. 3-2 our score as we prepare for the bottom of the 5th. What's your overall analysis in general on what we've seen?
Well, you got a game with 7 errors, right? So you got to think, what could this be if we played solid defense? Maybe a 1-0 game. That's a lot of fun to watch towards the end of the game. But when it's 3-2 with one team with no hits and one with 5 and 7 errors, you don't know what's going to happen. So now you just try to control the controllables if you're the Red Raiders and try to get one more across the board.
And so we saw him warming up. It is now Jackson Meyer on the mound for Josh Ostin. Meyer, a Williston State College product. And he is pitching against Jack Tilton, so top of the order for the Cropdusters here.
You gotta go fastball here.
2 balls, 1 strike. There's the fastball, strike 2.
Now, if I'm the hitter, I'm looking for a change-up here. I'm reacting to fastball.
Just missed it. Full count. So good at bat by Tilton. There's your leadoff man on and your percentage of scoring skyrocketing.
It doubles. And now we go back to our pickoff thing here. Go ahead and try to pick this guy off, right? You gave him a freebie. You want as many or as few freebies as possible to win a game. You want maybe 3 or 4 or less, meaning walks, hit by pitches, errors, stuff like that.
So it's Wilhelm at the plate. First
Here's
pitch strike.
Good steal time right here. Ooh, he's right on that one. Probably won't see that pitch again.
And it's the old straight back foul ball, meaning you were millimeters away from doing something good.
Straight back means you were just a fraction of an inch off from it going straight out the park.
Here comes the 0-2.
Breaking ball.
That was close. And there he finds it. Brings
like
Wilhelm up.
Same exact pitch.
So what are you telling, if you're the batter there and you're obviously upset that you went down as a coach, what's the message you give them when they're back in the dugout?
Well, from what I saw, I'm going to say that, the first one looked like a strike and it was called a ball. So you got to expect, or not expect, but a make-up strike is not out of the realm of believability. So see it again, take a hack at it. And you got 2 strikes. You can't let anything get near the plate and leave it up to the umpire with 2 strikes.
Nathan Wickham now at the plate. He is 1 for 2 here tonight. So that one in there. 0-2 count. So Meyer again getting ahead.
I like the Meyer kid's delivery. There's a lot of moving parts, so it's hard to pick up the ball. A lot of leg movement, a lot of jerky arm motion. It hides the breaking ball very well.
He sits down his 2nd consecutive batter. That brings up Thatcher Kozel. Now Kozel had that leadoff triple back in the 2nd, also drew a walk in the 3rd. And that triple was dead center, 1 hopper to the fence. So he's got some pop.
Oh.
And you have a couple of extra bases. Now, dissect what just went on there.
I'm not sure, knowing Jared the way I know, that was designed. That's like a super delay steal. Usually you wait until after the catcher gets the ball to think you're not stealing. But what they did is they timed up his looks, and at the last minute, the pitcher was able to step off, but then he rushed the throw. So they were stealing on that pitch regardless.
Well, so now you have Tilton at 3rd. A real opportunity here to add to your lead.
Now the pitcher's just got to forget all about that and go after him like he went after the first 2 or last 2.
Big cut there, but he got Kozel jammed inside.
And that's a good pitch from a righty to a lefty, because the angle you would think you're getting a really good view of it, but it's jamming him on the hands, and he's got a really, like I said, that active motion.
Then he tries to work the outside corner with the next pitch. 2-1.
I'm going back on his hands here. There you go.
Straight back for that one.
Now you're looking off speed, reacting fastball here.
And there's the off speed, sitting down Kozel. And it will remain a 3-2 ball game. 3 strikeouts for Meyer in the inning. We'll be back with the 6th here on News Channel Nebraska.
At Norfolk Auto Center, they work hard to give their customers the best value around. Plus, they offer a 5-day money-back guarantee on every new vehicle and a 30-day exchange period on any pre-owned vehicle over $5,000, so you can buy with confidence. Call or stop in today. They're conveniently located at 1123 South 20th Street in Norfolk, or shop them online at norfolkchevy.com. Norfolk Auto Center, Northeast Nebraska's volume leader.
If you're thinking about becoming a John Deere technician, receive a debt-free degree from Landmark Implement. With the John Deere Student Tech Program, receive reimbursement for up to 100% of college tuition, fees, books, and room and board, plus a $5,000 tool stipend. Students are paid a competitive hourly wage for their work hours and are guaranteed employment at a Landmark location after graduation. Visit landmark.careers to find out more about the John Deere Student Tech Program and become part of the Landmark difference.
Corn Belt League Thursday Night Baseball on News Channel Nebraska. Glad that you are with us. We have a one-run ball game as we enter the 6th. Brandon Axmit and now Andy Klassen back with us. Coach Hobbs, he was so excited to go mess with the PA announcer, Connor. He didn't even thank me for being on. No, he said he's very appreciative, and we love having Coach Hobbs on. I mean, most interesting man in baseball, I think, is a fair term. When you get the insight from him.
I have to say that's more than fair, you know. I mean, he was like a professional poker player there, calling pitches, calling pickoff moves, and then that would happen right after he made the mention.
So we have ourselves a good game, though, here, top of the 6th. Cropdusters holding on to a one-run lead for the time being.
And both teams having a rough go of it in the field. 3 errors, 5 errors committed here, 8 total, but we have a very tight game.
Dalton Nelson at the plate. So you still have Comfort pitching strong for the Cropdusters.
Yeah, there was a couple instances there where he was making the pitches. Comfort was making the pitches, putting them where he wanted them, and the defense just kind of slipped up behind him.
He sat down 5, and yeah, to your point, that was a rough 4th inning in terms of errors committed, but to not come out too bad, I mean, considering you've only given up the 2 runs thus far. And a lot of that is because of the performance Comfort's putting in.
Yeah, doing a nice job, unfortunately for him, opening leadoff walk there.
So Nelson will go to first. That brings up Mitchell Baker, and it's time for your favorite part of the broadcast. I don't know. I know it's all fun for you, but Nebraska Brewing Company's trivia question.
Doug back in time for this one. Nebraska and Creighton baseball compete in a 3-game series each season that rotates between Omaha and Lincoln's ballparks. What year did this rivalry begin between the University of Creighton and the University of Nebraska?
Oh, no multiple choice?
I'm going to give you a multiple choice here. 1902,
okay,
1918, or 1946.
Okay. If I'm being totally honest, this is going to be a complete guess, but I'm going to see if I can apply logic.
So you got a 33.3% chance of getting this one right.
That's not bad. I'm going to channel my old Johnson Hobbs percentages.
There we go.
Okay, I'll think about it. I will think what seems to be the best guess to me.
All right.
For whatever reason, I don't know why, but I thought in my mind instantly that when you asked the question, it was going to be closer to present day than you maybe would have thought. So, like, for whatever reason, my first thought is 1946, and I don't know why I'm thinking that that's the correct one. But for whatever reason, that's speaking to me. Yes.
Okay. So if I would have said like 76 or 86, you might have went with that one.
I would have taken that one. Yes, I'm strictly taking it because it's the closest date we have. And again, I have no clue why. That's what I'm thinking. But now do I decide to try to talk myself out of my natural instinct, or do I stick with my gut?
It worked for you last week. I think you went through every single multiple choice answer, and you finally settled on the correct one.
I am 2 for 2 so far this season on getting these trivias right.
You are batting 1,000.
And even if I miss this, I'll still be batting 667, which is a great batting average. So we'll see. We'll see. We have Mitchell Baker at the plate. He's 0 for 2 thus far, facing a 1-2 count.
Like that quick move there for Comfort, getting it back over to first base. Also another big part of that, he makes it very catchable for the first baseman, not making him go down and pick one out of the ground.
And so you have now Nelson taking the base at second.
And this is where Comfort's going to have to just kind of bear down. Still has that pitcher's count, 2-2. He can go to his off speed. He can work his curveball if he wants to, but he does have to keep his eye on the runner.
That one stayed high. Full count here to Baker.
And give Mitchell Baker a little bit of credit here. Got himself in a hole, has dug himself out, being selective at the plate here.
Just missing that one. Straight back, staying alive.
And that's what you need to do as a hitter. That's got to be your mentality. When you have 2 strikes on you, you have to protect anything close. Don't leave it up to the umpires, you know, to make that call, that play for you.
And another walk drawn.
Couple really good at bats there. Fighting off pitches when he had to, when it was threatening the zone. Forcing the pitcher to deliver consistently over the plate, drawing the walk.
There's a first pitch strike to Beasley. Big cut there.
Looked like Beasley was sitting on it as well, just a little behind. Don't have to rush it here, but now you're in a hole, 0-2. Still got to look at the situation, though. Nobody out, and you got runners on base.
And he sat down.
Perfect pitch selection. Low, outside. See if you can get him chasing. That's exactly what happened.
Caleb Schramm steps into the box. Again, a performance here by Anthony Comfort. That was his 6th strikeout as he's gone the distance from the start now in the 6th inning, still giving it everything he's got. And another first pitch strike now to Schramm.
Yeah, the strikeout's been there for Anthony, and that's really helped him here today, especially when you've had a couple of slip-ups, a couple of errors here and there. He's been able to dig himself out of some jams.
And they'll say that Schramm went on the check swing. So, and quickly 0-2.
Well, I know he likes to go to his off speed, but I might attack here. Let's get another out. Oh, and that was close. Went with that fastball. Love the selection. Must have been just a little off the plate.
That was very close. The off speed, a little bit further outside than the last pitch.
So he got way ahead of the batter, and nothing hurt. He can still use his off speed, his curveball. Really what he wants to do here is get something on the ground, manufacture a double play opportunity to get the Cropdusters off the field.
And there it is. Schramm gets him with the off speed.
Boy, and does that really change the complexion of this inning. Got the first 2 runners on, threw a walk. Anthony Comfort comes right back, rings a couple batters up, and now there's a force at any base, and they could get out of this untouched after it looked like it might be a tough inning. Anthony Comfort doing a really nice job keeping his composure, even when things don't go his way.
So you have Jacob Aberg pinch hitting here for the Red Raiders.
And what a spot to enter the game. Got a runner there at second base.
Aberg representing Cloud County Community College. And this one goes straight up And it's caught by the first baseman, Easton Barnes. And so after the first two get on, it's 3 straight outs. No runs come across. It's a 3-2 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 6th on News Channel Nebraska.
Summer's here, and it's time to get to work in a new Ram truck from Tom Dinsdale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hastings. We've got Ram 2500 Laramie diesels in stock or on the way. During the Make the Switch event, lock in the savings with sold order protection and get 0% financing for 36 months. If a better incentive comes along before your vehicle arrives, you're free to take it at Tom Dinsdale CDJR on Hastings North Side or at TomDinsdaleCDJR.com. Tom Dinsdale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hastings.
Order your dream vehicle today with no money down. If you don't love it when it arrives, leave it with absolutely no obligation. We are professional grade at Central Nebraska's premier GM dealer. Midway Chevrolet, Buick GMC and Kearney, or think midway.com/GM.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th coming your way here from Seymour Smith. Thursday night, Corn Belt League Baseball on News Channel Nebraska. It's that time, Andy, the Nebraska Brewing Company trivia question.
The moment of the truth. Brandon, we gave you a multiple choice, 1902, 1918, or 1946. How far does this rivalry between the University of Nebraska and the University of Creighton go back to? They played every single season since that year.
I'm sticking with my gut. It doesn't make any sense. You would think that it probably should be further back, like the 1902 or 1918. For whatever reason, I thought it would be closer to present day. I'm taking that date. For some reason now, as I thought about it more, I don't know if there's a World War II tie-in. I don't know why. I'm not that great at trivia. That's what my subconscious is telling me to go with. I'm saying 1946.
Let's see it. Where are we at? Wow, 1902. Can you believe it?
I can't. I can, actually, because I had no clue.
Those two universities have been getting after each other for that long on the old diamond, and they've had some pretty good success as of recent. Obviously, the Huskers not having the season they wanted, but kind of turned things around towards the end there, and Creighton's been very competitive the past few seasons as well.
So I'm 2 for 3 now. I'm not a perfect 1,000 anymore on the trivia. That one hurts.
I still think Nebraska Brewing Company might owe you a cold one, though, for the effort.
I'll take it.
World class in every glass.
Here we go. Well, it's a 3-2 game, bottom of the 6th. And it's Cade Owens at the plate. The Cropdusters holding on to a 3-2 lead. They're trying to, should they win this game, win 4 of their last 5 contests. The Red Raiders are really wanting to get out of this slump they're in, currently sitting at 1-6, but it's there for the taking for either team right now.
It really is, and you contribute a lot of that to the Airs because I felt we've had a couple strong pitching performances really from both staffs here.
So Owens, he's actually 2 for 2 today. Singled in the second. Well, and then there was that error, so there was the error in the outfield. When he singled, he went all the way around to third as a part of that 3-run second inning, and he also singled in the third. Pops up there.
Really good job by Jackson Meyer tying up the batter there, get him in a tough spot to find a pitch to drive. Easy pop up to start off the bottom of the 6th here. You know, you interviewed head coach Wilson of the Red Raiders, earlier in the week, and that's one of the talking points he kind of got after is we've hurt ourselves, and today with the Cropdusters committing 5 of the Airs of their own, you had some opportunities to really take advantage and pile it on, and it just has not happened for the Red Raiders with much consistency this season.
So Jovan Suarez is now at the plate. This one straight up as well. Catch made by that's TJ Swaney. now playing at first base.
Big hair out there.
Yes.
Once again, Meyer getting a good look at the pitcher there, doing a good job getting in on the hands, tying up the batter, forcing a pop-up infield fly ball.
Trayton Kozel at the plate, who is 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Off speed, strike one.
And you saw it, Jackson Meyer trying to get inside, work that inside corner.
A little behind that one, fouled out of play.
The pitcher warming up just kind of okey-doked, put his glove out and caught that one in stride, tossed it back into play.
Trying to see who that is. Looks like it might be Caleb Horner there in the bullpen. Props to him.
Yeah, good defense.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. This one right back up the middle and snagged by Myers. That will send us to the 7th inning. 1-run ball game. The Red Raiders needing at least one to keep things going. We'll be back here on News Channel Nebraska.
You're ready to build or buy the house of your dreams. All you need now is a trusted partner. That is us. We are here to help you grow. Madison County Bank will be there from start to finish, from application to closing, kitchen countertops to the backyard. Madison County Bank is ready to help your dream come true.
We are unique because we are locally owned, independent, and we know people by name when they walk in.
We really strive to be unique in the fact that customer service is really our #1 goal.
Well, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our customers and the dedication of our employees to our customer and our customers to the store. And that's what we pride ourselves on, is our good customer service.
Trust your local You Save Pharmacy, part of the Health Mart family of pharmacies.
Well, the stage is set. Cropdusters 3, Red Raiders 2. Top of the 7th, the Red Raiders at the plate. They need at least one. Brandon Axelman, Andy Klassen with you here for Thursday night Corn Belt League baseball on News Channel Nebraska.
Well, Swaney comes to the batter's box here. You know, Red Raiders had something cooking back in the 6th, got their first 2 runners on through walks, and then just kind of fizzled out there. But that's what they need to have, that same type of approach here. They need base runners to knot this one up.
And you do still have Comfort on the mound, seeing if he can go the distance here for the Cropdusters.
And you got to think he's still out there because his pitch count has been relatively low. He's had some quick innings throughout this one.
And this one in play. And nice job covering there by Comfort to get the out.
Boy, it really was. And then the communication between Barnes, who had to come up and field that and then toss it over to Comfort. But Anthony Comfort had to get over there in a hurry. You'll see it on the replay. And then he wasted no time getting over to first base. Nice exchange here.
Sherrill at the plate. Isaac Sherrill, that is. He struck out in the 3rd, walked, and came around to score in the 5th.
Cheryl's also made some really nice plays out the shortstop position here today for the Red Raiders.
Breaking ball, missing outside.
And that off speed, it's creating problems, issues. Batters are having a tough time timing that one up, even though we're into the top of the 7th inning here. Just got to give another credit to Anthony Comfort.
And Cheryl goes down swinging the Cropdusters, and Comfort one batter away from getting the victory.
And let's just talk about that pitch selection there. Off speed, gets ahead, then comes right back, rocket fire with the fastball for the punch out.
Aiden Agosta back at the top of the order here for the Red Raiders. They need to manufacture at least a run to keep this going.
Made mention of it beginning of the broadcast, but Agosta played his high school ball at Millard North.
One ball, one strike here to Agosta. So that one getting away from Comfort. Obviously you have to feel that fatigue could be starting to play in here, but can he battle through? Can he get those 6 or 7 innings pitched rather and go all the way?
And maybe that's a little bit of an issue here, but I think what you're seeing is he's getting ahead of these batters early, and then he likes to lean on his off speed, his sinker, his changeup. And a lot of times that's off the plate or left high, and it's a little bit by design.
Here comes the 2-1. Finds the outside corner. 1 strike away.
2-2-2, pitcher's count.
And Anthony Comfort does it. A complete game performance with 9 strikeouts, and the Cropdusters hold on for the 3-2 victory. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our post-game show here on News Channel Nebraska.
We say that we are a community bank, and we truly are. We started as a single bank in Pilgrim, Nebraska, and now we've grown into 9 different locations with 10 different branches. But we've kept that community feel, that at-home feel when customers walk in the door. We want them to have a great experience so that as their family continues to grow and goes on to generation, they're coming back to Midwest Bank where mom and dad or grandma and grandpa started their first checking account or got their first loan, because that's the Midwest Bank way.
Searching for a new to you car, truck, or SUV? Shop Woodhouse first. Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles, all makes, all models, in stock and on the lot. Plus, confidence comes standard when you purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse. With our multi-point inspection, transparent pricing, available add-on warranties, and financing options, purchasing a pre-owned vehicle has never been simpler. Experience the difference and drive away confident and road ready in your new vehicle from Woodhouse.
Are you struggling with pain or mobility issues? Do you need physical or occupational therapy? Husker Rehab can help. With 6 locations, help is in your hometown or just a short drive away. Our goal is to keep you moving with the most modern and up-to-date rehabilitative techniques. If your life is being ruined by physical pain, come and see us. Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms, in Fairbury, Beatrice, Lincoln, and Nebraska City. Visit us at huskerrehab.com.
Welcome back here on News Channel Nebraska. Your final score 3-2. The Cropdusters get the victory over the Red Raiders. Let's take a look at our top plays of the game. Thursday night Corn Belt League baseball. Red Raiders sitting at 1-6. Cropdusters at 3-6. Both teams wanting to get some momentum going at about the midway point of the Corn Belt League season. First inning, and look at this gun. Ryan Vermeer shoots out Nathan Wilhelm at second base. We're still scoreless as we get to the second inning, and leading off the second, Thatcher Kozel, dead center. This would be a triple. He's got the wheels and slides there into third for style points. Can't blame the young man. Throwing up the bones, and he would eventually come around to score. Because here is a hit by his younger brother, Trayton Kozel. And that brings in big brother Thatcher for the first run of the game, making it 1-0. Here, Cropdusters on top in the second inning. And heads up base running there by Cade Owens as well, flying into third. So 1-0. You have another ball put in play by Dakota Hogan. Cade Owens comes around to score. Cropdusters rolling. It would be 3-0 after the second. How about this young man, Anthony Comfort? He would sit down all three batters in the third inning. Count them, 1, 2, and 3. 3-0 still your score. Cropdusters leading. But we go to the fourth, and Red Raiders get on the board. This one put in play by Caleb Schramm. You have the throwing error, and that allows Ira Lee to score to put the Red Raiders on the board. It's 3-1. Chance for the Red Raiders to put more on, but instead a double play by Braxton Wilhelm. You gotta love it. The grounder, the step on the bag, and throw over to first. Now we head to the fifth, and you have a throwing error here by the Cropdusters on the bunt. That allows runner to advance to third, and you did have a score as well in the inning, as you see Isaac Sherrill. Some heads-up base running coming across there in the fifth, and it's a one-run game as we head to the top of the seventh. Who's on the mound? That is Anthony Comfort, still on the mound, going for the complete game. He retires his first batter. And then he takes on leadoff man Agosta and sits him down as well. That is 9 strikeouts on the day, a complete game performance by the young man, Anthony Comfort. Your final score, 3-2. Cropdusters get the victory and improve to 4-6. But we have Andy Klassen working to wrangle up Coach Jared Jones, as well as our player of the game. We'll hear from them shortly. And our player of the game, or excuse me, our coach interview is brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com. Let's check in with Andy.
And thank you, Brandon. Joined down on the field by winning head coach Jared Jones of the Cropdusters. Won a tight one here. What are your initial thoughts, kind of takeaways, winning this one 3-2?
Honestly, just the grind that the fellas showed. Obviously, we hit a really rough patch there, but the fact that we were able to bounce back and not only win the game, but to be able to come together in a really, really tough situation, I think that was really good, really mature of us right there.
You had a burst there in the second inning where you scored 3 runs. That was the difference. What led to that?
Guys just accepting the approach, just see ball, hit ball, remembering that this is a game and that you just got to be able to hit the ball in order to have fun and have fun in order to hit the ball. So it kind of goes both ways for us.
You guys got a little aggressive there with the bat, hit the ball, but then I also thought you got aggressive on the bases. What was the mindset behind that?
Yeah, so I thought I kind of picked the pitcher apart a little bit. I thought he was going to do a couple more pitches in the dirt than I would have liked, and then we kind of like our athleticism on this team. We're actually really, really fast whenever we need to be, so I liked our odds whenever we were going to do it.
Now, as of recent, you guys are the expansion team of the league. You guys are kind of riding a little bit of a winning streak here, winning your last 4 or 5. What have been the keys to that type of success?
Again, just, see ball, hit ball. The guys are playing a lot better. We're playing, up until this game, we were really, really good defensively, and then just hitting. We finally put together some really good at-bats. We're averaging like 7 hits a game, I think, now with the 4 out of 5. So I think that would I would contribute that.
And what can you tell me about tonight's player of the game, Anthony Comfort? Got put in some tough spots, ultimately came away with 9 strikeouts.
Yeah, just absolutely ballsy. It just takes guts, takes balls, takes everything, man. Like, that was one of the best performances I've seen out of a pitcher in the Corn Belt in a long time.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in our player of the game, Anthony Comfort. 9 big strikeouts. What was your mentality heading into this one?
Just be able to get my fastball down the middle, so they could swing and miss through it, and to have my off-speed working correctly.
And this game kind of went by in a hurry there. We haven't seen too many complete games. What does that say about, your coaching staffs having the faith in you to keep you out there the entire way?
I just got to thank them for that, because I think I finished at around 106 pitches. I just got to thank them for letting me go the whole way.
Now, I thought your game kind of evolved from the beginning of the game to the end. What was the... Having a little bit of fun down here, Brandon, like we always do in Corn Belt Leagues. All right, now you got to recompose yourself one more time here. I was talking about the adjustments that you were making throughout the game. It looked like you were really leaning on your off-speed, your curveball down the stretch.
Yeah, my curveball finally started working in the second inning, and I relied on that heavily.
And I asked Coach, I'm going to ask you the same question. You guys are kind of playing some really good ball here, winning the last 4 or 5 after a tough start. What has to continue for you guys?
I just think we have to have fun with the game and not take it so seriously, because when we're taking it seriously, it's not fun.
Right on, Anthony. Congratulations on a heck of a game. 9 strikeouts.
Thank you very much.
All righty, Brandon, let's send it back up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
Thank you, Andy. And you always have to be careful during those post-game interviews. You never know what may or may not happen. Congratulations, though, to Anthony Comfort getting the Gatorade or the water bath, whatever you want to call it, but more importantly, being our player of the game with a very, very solid performance with those 9 strikeouts. And more importantly, the Cropdusters victory, now having them winning 4 of their last 5. That will do it for our coverage here at Seymour Smith in Omaha. But as always, special thanks to our terrific camera crew and a special shout out to Tyler Lechner, producer-director here for NCN, completing his first full game in the truck. And we have many more of those to come, and he did quite the job. Tyler Brasovsky as well in the truck, and our terrific crew. For Andy Klassen, I am Brandon Axsmith. We will see you next week for more Corn Belt League baseball here on News Channel Nebraska.